Hey YouTube, Rider Zero here with a new review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mega Ranger action figures from Power Rangers Samurai. This is the first of the Ranger figures that were released for the Samurai line, aside from the 5-pack that you saw in a previous video that I did a review of. This is supposed to be like the core action figures, I guess you could call it, kind of like how they did the MMPR 2010 versions. It's kind of along those same kind of lines, the same scale, all that good stuff. These are supposed to be, I guess, what we'll call the main action figures. Not sure why they chose to do the Mega Ranger versions first, especially since nobody really knew what they were starting out. Of course, now that a few episodes have aired, we've learned what the Mega Ranger mode is all about, which we'll kind of talk about as we go through the reviews. I just wanted to kind of show, all of them there. I do have the villain that they released, the Mooger, or Mooger, whatever. I call it the Mooger because it's spelled like booger with an M. So I just wanted to kind of show, all of them here in the package, because I'm not going to go over the packaging for all of them like I normally do with most figures that I review. We're just going to go ahead and take a look real quick at the package for Mega Ranger Red, or the Fire Ranger, whatever they're calling it. I'm really not sure. Honestly, I've only seen the first episode, and it's not because I don't like the show. It's just because for whatever reason I can never catch it when it comes on Sunday. So I'm not going to lie, I don't know the proper names on some of the weapons, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me for that. So just to take a quick look at the packaging, they all follow the same exact packaging, save for the the Ranger picture there, which you can kind of see there. There's green, pink, blue, etc. Just a nice shot of the Red Ranger there in Mega Ranger mode. It just says Mega Ranger and then Fire and different languages. The actual figure itself, the Power Ranger Samurai logo there at the top. On the back, it just shows all the other figures that are in this particular set, and then just a little bit of an action pose down there for Mega Red. And then up here, it's got the a brief little backstory talking about the samurai sword, mystical symbols of power, etc., etc. So that's about it for the packaging. We'll go ahead and bust these guys open and take a look at detailing, articulation, all that good stuff. So here we go. And we're back thanks to the magic of television with completely open Mega Ranger figures. We'll go ahead real quick and just kind of jump into taking a look at the actual detailing. All of the male molds are actually the same, save for their head sculpt and their color, obviously. The females, both of those are the same. They all come with the Mega Blade, and they're all the same. So we'll take a look real quick, just kind of go over, one of the main ones for each one, and then we'll just look at the detailing on the heads, because like I said, they're all the same, articulated the same, come with the same accessories, except for their power weapons or whatever. We'll take a look real quick at the Mooger. It's nicely detailed, nothing super spectacular, but for their price point and for what they are, they look pretty nice. I would definitely say they're pretty show accurate compared to their counterparts on the television series. It does come with a pretty cool looking sword. Obviously, if you've seen the show, then you've probably seen these already. But overall, pretty nice detailing, nice mold work on all of them. Articulation-wise, it's a little hindered because of the way it's designed. That's about all the shoulder movements you get. It does spin around 360, single-jointed elbow. No movement on the wrists, and then the legs, single-jointed knees, and no movement on the feet. So go ahead and set this one back up. Hopefully he'll be cooperative and stand there. Let's see. I'll go ahead and start with the Red Ranger, because he's obviously the leader and the main one, and probably the one most of you want to see anyway. So, obviously, the head sculpt on him looks fantastic for what they are. I was pleasantly surprised with all these guys. Obviously, he has the symbol for fire there on his head. The armor has kind of got this rib texture to it, and throughout the rest of it, it kind of looks like almost like a chainmail or a ringmail, I guess you could call it. Then he's got knee armor there in the form of some kind of kneecap looking device, and then the boots look more like a powered up armor style boot rather than the normal leather boot that we're accustomed to. Detail wise on the back, they all pretty much look the same. There's not a whole lot to say about it. It's got that same kind of rib texture design there, and then that same kind of ring mail looking design throughout the torso and the legs. It does have a holder here on the side for the Samuraiser. It does move and it does come out, but other than that, it doesn't do anything else. The belt looks pretty good. And then it also does have a place here on the side for the Mega Blade. It just holsters in with the little notch there, and it has a hole. You just stick it in there. Speaking of the Mega Blade, we'll take a look at it real quick. It does look pretty good. There's no color work on it. It's all just molded detail. But for what it is, it looks pretty good. Nothing to really write home about. But, for these figures, it looks good. We'll just leave it at that. Articulation-wise, for this one, as well as all of them, you do get up and down movement at the shoulder. It can rotate around all the way. Single joint on the elbows. The hands do turn at the wrist there. And then the knees, single joints, and then their boots actually turn as well. So you do get a little more posability out of these guys. And then the legs do the kind of split-legged thing, and they can go front and back, but that's about as far as they go. So articulation-wise, they're pretty good. We'll take a look real quick at his weapon. I don't have him holding it because it is kind of big and awkward with the rest of them, and does cause some problems, but it does come with the Fire Smasher, as they're calling it in the American version. It's okay. It's compared to the one that come with the 5-pack, it looks a lot nicer. Compared to the one that comes with the Japanese version of the SH Fig Arts line, unfortunately, it looks like crap. So I'll kind of actually compare the two reds at the end of the video. But for what it is, though, it looks pretty good. It's not that heavy, but for these figures, because the joints are unfortunately a little bit loose, it does make it kind of hard to hold it and actually get a decent pose out of it. So that's that one. We'll take a look at Blue real quick. He does come with his Hydro Bow, I think is what they're calling it. It's really blue, unfortunately. I wish there had been maybe some minor color detail somewhere on it. It's probably my least favorite of all the weapons, just because it really just unfortunately looks kind of crappy with all the blue. The head sculpt looks okay. It obviously has the symbol there for water or whatever they're calling it. Same design throughout, same accessories, the Mega Blade, all that good stuff. Articulation is exactly the same. Like I said a minute ago, the only difference is their power weapon or whatever. And he doesn't seem to like to hold his very well, so that's why he's kind of posed all retarded looking. And then the head sculpt is different. Don't you knock Jaden over, you jerk. Stay. Okay. And then we'll take a look at Green real quick. I just pull him in here and look at his head. That's the symbol for, I guess they're calling it forest. And then his spear has the symbol on it there as well. Unfortunately, it didn't hold up very well in the packaging, so it's kind of bowed very badly. Nothing a little heat or something won't fix, but I'm not that crazy about fixing it right away, so it'll probably stay bowed for a while. Articulation, like I said again, is the same. Everything else is the same. So we'll go ahead and pull one of the female Rangers in. We'll just get this one because she's the easiest to grab. The female Rangers are sculpted basically the same. They're just smaller, more compact. I guess to make it look like they have more of a female figure. Articulation wise, it's the same up and down movement. You can do the 360 rotation on the shoulder, single joint on the elbows, turn at the wrist, all that good stuff. It's just the sculpt is smaller, more or less. They kind of pulled the gut in to give it that Barbie-ish looking figure, and then the chest is just a hair bigger to kind of give it a bust. Excuse me. She does come with her Earth Slicer weapon, which I actually have the one from the 5-pack here to kind of compare it. Obviously, it looks a ton better than the one with the 5-pack. However, it does still leave a little bit to be desired. And I do hope they, I really wish they would do a more deluxe version of these figures because I really love the design of the Samurais or the Shinkingers, whatever you want to say. And I would love to see a more deluxe version of the actual standard Ranger. I think that would be pretty cool. And then just to kind of take a look at it and round out the group, stand up there. Stop it. Don't be a jerk. Stop it. We'll finish by taking a look at Pink, who does come with her Sky fan, they're calling it, I believe. She does have the kanji for Sky there, or... oh man, I just totally lost I knew what it meant in the Japanese version, and I can't remember now. Sorry, somebody will have to comment and correct me on it. She does come with her Sky Fan, or no, what are they calling it? Yeah, it's the Sky Fan. Sorry. It does have the disc attached to it. There is what that's supposed to look like, and it's okay. It's pretty nicely detailed, especially compared to the one that came with the 5 pack, which I do have here. Apologize that I don't have the rest of the weapons to compare them to. The 5 pack went to my little girl, and these are the only ones that survived so far. So these are the ones I have to compare to. So they both, they're both kind of going for the same thing there. They have the little tassel at the bottom, and then the same kanji symbol and the logo for the Shiba clan or whatever they're calling it in the American version. And then the back has that same disc-looking design that they're trying to pull off as one of the Hedon discs, but whatever. And it actually has more paint. So same design for the figure. As far as articulation and everything, I'm not going to worry about going over that because it's exactly the same as yellow. Overall, though, for the first real Rangers for the show, the first set of figures for the show, I guess we could call it, other than the 5 pack, this is probably the best that we have so far. It is definitely the best we have so far. So I don't really know that I could recommend grabbing them. If you're a big fan of the show, which a lot of people are, thankfully, which is good news because that means the show will probably continue and we'll get further adaptations. I would love to see how they handle Gokaiger because that's going to be just insane if they do an American version. Because most Americans haven't seen more than half of what Gokaiger shows, but that's a whole other thing, and now I'm just rambling. So that means it's getting close to time to end the video. So that's pretty much it for these guys. If you have any questions or something that I didn't cover, I'll be happy to answer it. I apologize that this video took so long to get up. If you saw any of my vlogs and you saw the story about the Pink Ranger, and I just got it, just a few weeks ago, and then I was in the process of filming this, and I did it in 2 parts because obviously I broke up the opening of the packages to, the actual Rangers being out. And in the process of that, other stuff came in that I wanted to get up before this, so sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't go back and watch the first half, so hopefully when I mash this together and throw it up, it's going to make sense. So we'll see, I guess. If not, then it'll make for a really fun, if not stupid-sounding review. So anyway, that's going to do it for these guys. Again, if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, complaints, whatever, always just leave them in the comments. Happy to answer, happy to talk. Thanks for the subscription so far. Please continue to do so. Spread the word. Let's build up the subscriber base because that's awesome. Don't forget to check out ridersrangersandrambles.com. And that's pretty much it. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.